gingival, subgingival as possible in the palatal aspect, that almost juxtagingival or outside the soft tissue margin, in order to make the removal of cement much easier, and also plaque control and dental hygiene control much easier. So this is a critical. So this personalized abutment, which must be placed only once time, is absolutely critical for the success of our procedure. Then the case is finalized, the patient is really happy because, oh, I know that it's not perfect cases like natural dentation, but we have to think, where does the patient started from? Implant extraction, 2 implants that were placed 2 or 3 years before, now has to be extracted, and everything should be started again, while the aesthetic outcome you can give to your patient is really very good and outstanding to the patient, because she cannot forget the starting point. Again, the 2 laterals, this is 18 months after cementation with good thickness and emergency profile. This is the tooth we have seen, the implant we have seen, the surgical procedure, and this is the 3 years outcome. Again, good maintenance of the situation, good level of the papilla, and further increase in the thickness. And if you want to compare the thickness 18 months and 3 years, again, if there is some variation, is for sure not risk of recurrence of gingival resection, but for sure further increasing the thickness. So the only thing we have to ask the patient is not to be feared of the risk of gingival resection, but to clean very well, because of the risk, obviously, of mucositis, let's say, in this transmucosal soft tissue that we know is created on an implant-supported crown and is not attached at all. And this is the emergency profile, 3 years after the surgery on one side and on the other side, and this is the X-ray, which doesn't tell you anything. Nothing, but for sure, if you compare the basal situation with the 3-year situation, you can see that there is no worsening of the bone situation, and there is some aspect of increased radioplasticity of the bone compared to the situation we started with, that tells you, even if it's not at all, that the reaction also of the hard tissue to this soft tissue membrane is not so bad. And just yesterday I received the 5 years outcome. Unfortunately, it's not pictures of mine, but tells you the great stability of this clinical case. Again, same level, corner to the central incisors. This is the profile of the tooth we have seen the surgery. This is the too much gripping. Remember, we use graft that is too much thick with respect to what we are doing now, because we know that this graft has a tendency to grow above the implant supported crown because of the tendency of the creeping. So now we are very happy, because we don't have to go to the tuberosity at all, but we need thin graft, no more than 1 millimeter at the time of the harvesting procedure. And again, this is the situation 18 months and the situation at 5 years. If there is a change, this change is the further increase in the thickness with time, with no risk of further gingival resection, because there is great stability of this connective tissue applied on the implant surface. This part, it was completely exposed from the bone, as we saw in our cone. But now, what is the problem? This is a very nice girl, I only treat nice girls, who sent me a selfie on internet, how you say, messenger, and she said, I don't like so much my tooth, and I said, I didn't see anything else in her, only her tooth, so I said, it's not so bad. Well, she sent me also another picture that I cannot show you, of the rest of the patient, and said, no, this is not a good right tooth for you, that's for sure. It was really incredible. She was from Kazakhstan, she was really incredible, nice girl. And this was the implant-supported crown that was placed. So the first thing I asked to this doctor from Kazakhstan, I tried to explain what I really want. You have to thin as much as possible your abutment, and please use the thinnest abutment as possible in order to reduce as much as possible the area, because in this case it's even worse with respect to the other situation, because there is no support of the papilla at all, and there is the recession of the papilla also. And you can see that he did not perfectly what I wanted, because there is some over-counter of the abutment in this area, which theoretically reduce the amount of soft tissue I can use during the surgical procedure. But this was the pictures that test you the problem. This papilla was completely mobile, and you will see also during the surgery, and not supported by bone, but it was also extremely thick. So this is the change I did 1 month before the surgery in order to make also the inner aspect of this abutment reduced, because we want really to have good quality of connective tissue from all aspects. Only it should be only in a hole, and the remaining aspects should be very, very mature connective tissue that now I can use for the desepitalized anatomic papilla. I know they are horizontal, but horizontal is the same in terms of blood supply. It doesn't say that blood supply must be vertical. Blood supply means connective tissue contact between surgical and anatomic papilla at the time of the surgical procedure. I want to show a very brief because I just accelerate. I'm not so quickly when I make the surgery, that's because I don't have time. So I want to show you the all steps of the surgical procedure a bit faster, but in order for you to appreciate that in this implant, bone augmentation procedure by means of some substitute material and membrane were done 4 years before. And when you look at the X-rays, and when you look, and I will show you, and when you look at the combi, everything's absolutely perfect at the buccal aspect. There seems to be radiopaque material which is covering the implant surface. But now, during the surgical procedure, that as you can see, I do without the abutment, which is an obstacle during the perfect elevation of the surgical papilla, which must be of trapezoidal shape, exactly of the same shape, same amount of connective tissue that you will face when my flap will be coronally advanced. I have to overcome this invagination of the epithelium inside the connective tissue, and if I don't keep the right thickness here, there is a great risk that I perforate the area of the papilla, and then I have no papilla, which is able to be advanced coronally above the anatomically sectorized papilla. I have no stability of my coronally advanced flap. And what you see during the flap elevation is that most important obstacle I have is the bone filler material. I'm sorry to say, I'm really sorry to say, but this material was not integrated at all. You can find lots of material which is above some tissue, hard tissue that you can call bone, and there is enormous amount of subtissue material that is inside the soft tissue. I did find also particles at the level of the papilla. And since this material is not integrated at all, some is encapsulated in foreign body reaction, or they know it's in connective tissue covering or encapsulating the bone filler material, and some other is completely free. You can take it. I will show you when I'm removing this hard tissue where lots it was hard to feel, and when I remove this area, you can see that there is a lot of filler that is still there, and it's exactly in the same shape that it was 5 years before. I can take it from the box and maybe I can use again. It's exactly the same. No, I cannot do it. But I didn't do it. But it's just to tell you that when we see something in the combi that seems to be bone, but we know that we are using radiopaque material, we have also to ask ourselves, is this material really integrated or not? And if you make a full thickness elevation of the flap with a periosteal elevator, the risk is to remove everything we have done before. But the greater risk for me is that these particles remain inside the tissue. Once this is contaminated by bone due to the particular surface of these particles, that could become the reason for contamination. This is called horizontal desepithelialization of the anatomic papilla. You know, I'm trying to give as much as blood supply to surgical papilla trapezoidal that will be moved palatal. But I don't want to move everything palatal, otherwise I lose the height. So I will place my abutment again. I will use my abutment for the position of the connective tissue graft in the right position, more coron than the soft tissue margin of the adjacent teeth, and I will cover this connective tissue graft by the blood supply that the surgical papilla of the trapezoidal flap can reach mesial and distal by going towards the palatal aspect, thanks to the increased space I created by changing the selfie
changing the abutment and leaving the soft tissue completely fill the area that was previously occupied by the unsupported ground. Again, two very thin suture. It's very important to use extremely thin suture. This is 7 millimeter long needle that are able to get from the graft to the base of the papilla in one shot and to close the knot perfectly at the level of the graft where you need compression. Two more sutures are used in the most apical, and in this area where there is the lack, remember that there was sort of cleft in this area, I have to give such a perfect adaptation of the graft to the connective tissue, so there shouldn't be blood between the graft and the surface. Blood is very important when you have to increase the thickness, but in this case, the true protagonist of soft tissue increasing the thickness is not the blood supply, but is the graft taken from the palate, so we need a very stable, not a mobile, but a very stable, made of collagen dense rich connective tissue that is taken from the palate. Now, each vertebral incision is closed first, so when we get to the papilla, we are completely passive in making the true papilla goes towards the palatal. Don't ask me, why don't you make envelope? Because I cannot make an envelope in this case, otherwise I cannot get to the palatal aspect with the abutment in place. So it's important both. The abutment is the verticality for the graft and for the buccal aspect of the flag. The true papilla, even if it's not present, even if it's almost completely absent, but it's present in the buccal angle aspect that can be used as a vascular bed for joint surgical. You can see very well now that I'm closing with the sling suture, the surgical above the anatomic papilla. This is connective tissue contact. This is connective tissue. Keratinized tissue of the surgical papilla above keratinized tissue of the anatomic decentralized papilla, which is something that we know is the best way to give stability to a flap that is advanced formally, especially if this flap is positioned on a surface onto which it cannot attach at all. So now that